watching Warcraft.
And today, we look at the Caverns of Time's biggest secret. One not seen anywhere else on YouTube, or at least as far as I was able to find. If there is another video about this, I could not discover it. Welcome to the Game Uncrafter channel, a channel dedicated to playing games incorrectly. If you want to see more glitch videos, be sure to subscribe, and if you'd like to show support in other ways, liking the video and leaving a comment does go a long way. If you want, you can leave a comment on where you'd like to see me glitch out of bounds next. All support is greatly appreciated. The Caverns of Time, one of my absolute favorite areas in all of World of Warcraft. It's full of lore, it's full of mystery, it's full of dungeons and raid content, and oh yeah, frickin' massive glitch that allows me to break out of bounds. As a teen, I often wondered about the serene beauty of this tapestry of stars and planets. It filled me with an incredible sense of awe, and even now, I'm filled to the brim with nostalgia. Flying using the dragon to the center of the Caverns of Time for the first time is a memory that I will always cherish. The music is perfect. The scenery is perfect. All is well, and now, in my old life of the ripe old age of 26, I'm also filled with curiosity. Curiosity of what actually lies outside of the bounds. Curiosity of what actually lies outside of these beautiful cavern walls. What mysteries await my discovery? Is it an entire spacious zone? Are there NPCs out there? Well, what I found was definitely interesting. And today I'm going to show you everything I found when I broke out of bounds in the Caverns of Time. Before we explore the out of bounds area, I do want to show you how I actually broke out of bounds so you can maybe perform this glitch and explore the area of your own. As per usual, I am playing as a hunter of demons. Gotcha. As a demon hunter, I started exploring the main area of the caverns quite thoroughly. I was very determined to get past the invisible barriers that block the beautiful landscape from us. Using many of the techniques that I've learned from my penniless YouTube career, I really did try everything I knew. At first, I tried my best to clip through the houses and the inns on the way to the main part of the caverns. I did discover some beautiful shots of scenery, and after all my attempts with Door of Shadows and Metamorphosis, I had absolutely no luck of getting out of bounds. So the tunnel to the caverns was a no-go. The next area I tried to glitch out of was the top of the main area of the caverns. I mean, with so much space in this room, there's bound to be at least one area I could clip out of, right? I mean, I did try for over an hour, and I was going in circles above the area looking for some glimpse of clipping out of bounds. Nothing was successful. Even in the areas I could click around with Metamorphosis and Door of Shadows. I mean, that's how I've glitched out of bounds in the Firelands, but none of it worked. I was really hoping it would work, but it did not. Well, after doing all these useless clipping into walls and flying around everywhere, I tried to find areas where I was able to clip into the wall or maybe even underneath an area. Sort of like how I did in my Stratholme instance glitch. I tried the Culling of Stratholme instance area and I had no luck there, but I did have some interesting scenery and it did look promising. I'm sure if I went back here and spent significantly more time here, I would be able to get out of bounds, but I'm not going to do that if I don't need to. I then went to the Black Morass entrance, an instance I recently did a video on, and I tried to get past the instance itself. I was actually successful at this, but it didn't bring me any closer getting out of bounds. I just got stuck again. Next, it was time to head over to the Cataclysm area of the Caverns of Time. In this corner, we have the End Time Dungeon, the Hour of Twilight Dungeon, and the Dragon Soul Raid. At first, I attempted to wall clip into this pillar here, and it was partially successful. But after about 10 minutes, I was not able to proceed any further. Definitely spent a lot of time here, no avail. I was still able to catch some pretty awesome views of the Caverns of Time though. I won't lie, at this point, I was not desperate, but I was losing some morale. I tried to backtrack a bit, and then, just when I was finally about to call it a night, I tried something a bit, Well, I guess you could say it's crazy. I went back over to the Cataclysm instances, and I remembered that there was another pillar that was fairly close to the ceiling. Again, I mentioned this, but if you watched my Stratholme instance glitch that I released a few weeks earlier, you'll remember that I was able to jump through the roof of the map. Here, I tried the same thing. But instead of a relatively calculated door of shadows, I do what any professional glitcher does. I clicked randomly until eventually I got it to allow me to click on a spot that allowed me to get really close to the ceiling. And I kept doing that, and eventually, there really wasn't much more to it than that. Here's a glitch. You click around randomly on the pillar in an area where you would have the top half of your body out of bounds using Door of Shadows. You try to jump, and if you can, you make your way over towards the out of bounds area. You guys know what this means. It is time to explore. Finally, we made it. We are out of bounds in the Caverns of Time, and we discovered the greatest secret that it holds. Before I continue, I make sure to look around and take in this beauty. We're finally seeing what the out of bounds Caverns of Time looks like, and we are in the very fabric of space and time. Is there more to this tapestry of stars, planets, and flowing energy? Of course you know there's more. Something is way off. Look at this. Not entirely what I was expecting, but freaking awesome. It feels as if this glitch was almost as big as glitching underneath Stormwind back before the Cataclysm. In a way, I'm disappointed that it's not just a massive space underground filled with stars and planets, but it is a massive space filled with space.
Wow.
And glitchy textures and areas. I begin to try and fly, but it isn't the easiest area to navigate. The first thing I see is the ocean, lake, whatever it is in Tanaris, and it's hauntingly beautiful. I fly around a bit and hit a pretty big issue pretty quickly. The area is, well, glitched, and I get kicked out of the game. I log back in and I get a bit nervous that I might have gotten stuck, so instead of traveling out further, I go back to known territory. Goodness, the scenery is just incredible though. I do travel around a little bit more, and I find out that I can pretty much travel to any part of the Caverns of Time. Here, in this shot, I end up behind the End Time Instance portal. There's a neat dragon skull back here, but it's really about it. Sadly, while I know exactly how to glitch out of bounds from the pillar part, I am not sure of any other way to get back out there. So when I clipped back into the area, I had no choice but to make my way back to the pillar. Thankfully, the glitch is repeatable, and so the next time I try the glitch, I am extremely careful, or at least I try to be. It's almost impossible to determine what will and won't kick me out of the game. Here's a bit of footage I captured though. The fourth time I entered the glitched area, third time definitely was not the charm in this case. And the fourth time I tried to travel as far as I could, but the area is very unstable. So I went a different direction, and it landed me behind an instance portal with an amazing cool scene, with the Cosmos Tapestry as the end of the tunnel. Thankfully in this case I was able to mount right back up and fly away towards the Silithid area. Flying towards the Silithid area, I clipped back into the Caverns of Time where I could see the tapestry, but more on this later. I also apologize to my guild for logging in and frequently during this time. I'm sure that was a great experience for all of them, especially during raiding time where I just kept logging in and logging out. Not my fault though. I mean, it is my fault, but you know what I mean. I try and fly back out, but I keep on glitching. I decided to head back to a familiar area, but another crash occurred. I almost felt stuck at this point, and there were some enemies floating above me though, so that was a neat scene at least. Seeing these enemies piqued my curiosity, and I decided to fly up to them, hoping the area was stable. I discovered something weird. You know the You know the crust burster enemies? Well, their true form is under the sands, and this is what they truly look like. They are so powerful that their bodies dissipate the sands around them without moving a single muscle. Only by bringing them to the surface can they be defeated. Encouraged by the discovery, I decided to brave the glitch world again, and again I find the caverns, and look at this beauty. I am above the main part of the bronze dragonflight's lair. Let's see if we can make it to the out of bounds NPC that usually watches over the Caverns of Time. We certainly can. And we as well can watch over the land. I've always wanted to be on this side of the barrier, and finally that dream has been accomplished. I'm blown away by the beauty of this place, and honestly, just take this sight in for a moment. It is gorgeous. After a bit of nostalgia, I started my final journey. What do the infamous Sands of Time contain inside of them? And are they truly as important as Naz Dormu claims? Inbound, you cannot clip into them. But since I'm a demon hunter, I am required to explore. Here they are in all their glory. Pretty dang trippy, and also mesmerizing. Blizzard made an amazing area. I decide to dismount and I fall back to the real Azeroth. That's it. That's the end of the journey in the out of bounds area of the Caverns of Time. We broke out of bounds, we explored glitched textures, we discovered the creepiest mob on the whole freaking planet, and we visited the Lonely Watcher. And finally, we traversed the Sands of Times themselves. The Caverns of Time's greatest secret has been discovered. If you guys like this video, remember, subscribing is
A paltry task.
You'll see plenty more glitched out videos if you do. If you want to see me glitch out of specific areas, please let me know down by commenting below. And of course, liking the video is always a big help to get my channel out there. Thank you for being a part of this amazing discovery. Game on Crafter out. I'll see you guys in the next one.